Okay, so my idea is a music video which I'm going to do one from one character's perspective and then a second one from the other character's perspective. So the first one, both of them are going to start with like a girl and a boy living together, like in a relationship, and then it becomes sort of like abusive, like the girl starts becoming abusive towards him. And I chose to do that because I want to flip the stereotype. I don't want it to be a sort of stereotypical, like a man abuses a woman and then like that. So I wanted to flip that and go against the stereotype. So I'm going to do it like that, and then he decides to leave the house and sort of make himself homeless just to get away from her. And so he's homeless, and then he gets involved with like a wrong crowd, and they sort of convince him to sort of like come with them, and then he ends up trying heroin. Yeah, because he's so like depressed and like unhappy and scared of like his old life, and he wanted something to sort of like relieve the pain and like get out of that life. So he tries it, and then when he does it, it's sort of going to go into this like dream world of him like in a completely like stress-free, like happy environment, like away from his other life, and it's going to follow him sort of like going on a journey like during this high, and sort of like it's going to be him like away from civilization, like in the middle of these fields. Like, I'm going to make it really like cinematic, and look quite like visually good, and then it's going to end with him sort of like coming back and then down into this tunnel, and at the end of the tunnel there's going to be like this bright white light, and it's going to follow him like going through, like sort of symbolising him dying from overdose. So then that was the first music video, and then the second one is going to be her point of view after he leaves. So she's going to be like really conflicted, like regretting what she's done, and then it will sort of follow her like realizing like she's got to right this wrong. So then she like, you see her like follow the footsteps of what he's been doing, like asking people if they've seen him, like asking the people that sort of got him in that bad crowd, like asking those people who took him and gave him the heroin, like where he is, and then they sort of take her to him, and then by that point she finds him like dead with a needle like next to his arm. Yeah.
How do you plan on filming heroin scenes? Because there's no drugs.
Yeah,
there's no drugs in the guy.
Oh yeah, no. So I spoke to Sarah, and it's like she said, as long as I don't film them literally like injecting themselves, so like I could symbolise it, so I could have like a burnt spoon and like a lighter like next to him, and then like I'll have like his eyes like sort of rolling back and sort of falling back. So it's like as long as I like show it, but not literally show it.
Have you ever seen something around his arm? You know,
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas?
I haven't. No.
You should watch it and analyse it, because it's about a drug collector, and it's all from his perspective, so he's on drugs the whole time. So the whole thing is really like
Distorted.
Yeah, distorted and weird. And I think it'll be
same as the film Trainspotting.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Get a shot of the liquid like coming out the end of the needle.
Yeah. Like as long as I spoke to Sarah, and she said like as long as I don't literally like show like a white powder and like show the needle going into his arm, I can sort of symbolise it in other ways. As long as it's not too graphic.
Who's your target audience?
16 to 25.
Fair enough.
Was that? Do you not agree with that?
Yeah. I would argue you could push it higher.
Yeah, I would
I
argue
was
you would
thinking
be
that,
18.
but then I thought that might be a little bit too wide. Like
I would do like 18 to 30.
Yeah, I would probably.
Yeah.
Because it is all very mature.
Because that is a
Actually,
really
yeah,
mature. Heroin is a very mature theme. It's not like weed or whatever.
Yeah.
Also, have you seen Lily Allen's music video for London? Song London.
No.
It's her walking through London and all of the bad things in London turn into good things. And it's not because she's on drugs, it's just because she sees it. But the way it is interpreted in the video would be much like yours, how he does the drugs and everything. That's
Yeah,
seen as
sure,
bad,
that's
like drug
nice.
dealers or dog shit. It was seen as like flowers and people exchanging flaming hand jobs.
No,
I think
like,
that even though he's doing bad things, like he's doing the heroin and stuff, I think that maybe you should actually like present him as like quite happy, because like that in that moment, because that's like the life that he kind of chose.
yeah, that's what I mean. It's supposed to be.
Don't
so
make
it goes
like,
into that like
really
dream. Like,
depressing him just doing heroin. Like you want to make him.
no,
I think
no.
you should
So
make him
he
like,
will.
happy.
He'll be depressed before he does it, and then it's not like showing him just like getting up after doing it. It's like it literally goes into his mind
Everything
of like
changes.
what he's seeing, and it's like he's in the middle of these fields, like
I think the
nothing
idea is
around
really
him,
original.
nothing to worry.
Well,
Yeah.
to be fair, no, I was a little bit scared at the beginning because you said pretty much the exact same thing Lewis said.
Yeah.
Oh,
The very beginning was like,
don't worry about
it was literally like, I don't want him, I want to flip the stereotype of abuse, he leaves being homeless, she's thinking, it was literally the same idea for the first 30
Until you said
seconds.
heroin. And
Yeah, until you brought up the drug thing, it's the only difference.
Black Hills.
Where'd you get the domestic abuse idea from, Joe? With
Myself.
the girl hitting the guy?
myself.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah, because you've got to
Any
think
short
about how
film
he's
has
got
got
to
There's a
get
bit too much
that point.
testosterone.
Yeah, mine was really
Yeah,
much.
But I genuinely didn't even think of it.
You've got to think about how
Yeah,
he
it's
gets to
eating
that
me up,
point.
isn't it?
So you've got to have that argument or something
Just make sure it
for him
doesn't-
to
What's
be
that?
that depressed. I'm saying the abusive relationship.
Yeah.
They've got to have some sort of story like that for him to be at that point of him taking heroin.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
That's why
Yeah.
it's all of that stuff behind him that he wants to get away from,
Yeah.
and because he's like alone on the streets, he doesn't know what to do. Like he resorts back to taking drugs just to sort of.
The other thing
Make
is
him
that he
happier.
could actually meet a homeless woman,
Oh.
and she could be the one giving him
Start
heads.
shooting it up together.
Well, yeah, they might just pair up.
And he could
together.
just find
I
like
think
he
he's
could just be
he's
able
so
to
he's
confide
so like
in her. and
he's so
you could-
scarred from it that I don't think that would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think he'd just move on to another homeless woman straight away.
Makes
Yeah.
sense.
Like he's just
Stay
been
in that
beaten up.
cardboard
He's just been
box.
beaten up by this
What's your specialism?
camera work.
Camera work.
That's why I wanted to do like the really cinematic, like visualize the heroin high.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
Can
the
I
best
suggest
way
that
possible.
she's not actually abusive to him, they just have a huge row? Because that will give her more of a motive to go find him, because if she's abusive, I can't imagine her caring that much.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I think
that's
she,
true.
it's
And
not
it's
not so much
stays
that
away
she's
from
like
him.
constantly beating him. I think it's like she's done one like bad thing, and so it's like one event, and he's just scared of her.
Yeah, I think they.
So
they
it's
should-
not like
it should
it's-
definitely be like one big argument
Yeah,
that you
she's
see.
taking it too
Yeah.
far.
Maybe take
Maybe
his
he-
idea.
The thing is, I just
Other
don't
thing is
see.
just you
I don't see why he would resort to taking heroin over an argument,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could
or
be like
make himself homeless.
it could be like the biggest. He could just.
She could be doing like.
You need to
She
have-
could
The thing is,
avoid a
it's-
cat
because it's
very
because it's a
honest
music
sort of thing.
video. I can't like.
Well, that's
You
I
can
can't
use
use
his
dialogue.
imagination, I
Oh, no,
suppose.
that's cool.
Yeah,
You
so
can
like
include
I could have them
Maybe
like
he
shout at
comes
each other,
home
but
one
there's only
time
so much
as
I can
well.
visualize with a camera without using dialogue.
They could
Parallel
like hit
editing.
each other.
He could come
Yeah.
home to
Stuff
find
like that.
her in a bed with someone else.
That's a bit same old though.
Yeah, I'd rather.
Before he leaves the house and before the big argument, you could include parallel editing of his past, like just a home life and his past. When he picks up a drink, it's suddenly a cider, and he's like, "What? That's alcohol. I don't drink anymore." And then he goes and gets fucked up. I
What
don't
about
know.
he files a divorce?
What?
They're not
together.
married.
They're not married.
That's why he just leaves. He wants to get away from her.
You're gonna have
And
to
he,
do a lot of editing, aren't you?
Yeah.
For when he's tripping.
but that's
Yeah.
what I mean
If you
because
do
I'm doing
colours
camera
and
work.
stuff,
Like, that's
yeah.
why I want to. So I
You need
won't
to
have to use
distort it
editing
and make
as much.
it all like.
Yeah, but how are you gonna make it look trippy just through camera work?
I'm not. I don't necessarily mean like. I don't want it to look trippy. I just want it to.
Yeah, but on
Like-
heroin,
like-
you're gonna be tripping balls.
No,
No, but
it's
to be
not.
fair-
It's not as in like what he's literally seeing. It's what's going on in his head. So it's him like away from everything, like completely stress free. It's not like him.
Yeah, but we're still
seeing.
gonna have to see it.
Oh no! I
So-
would still do that, but that's what I'm going to try and film it as well as I can.
He's got a question.
You skate, right? Or you-
Not so
no,
much
but
anymore,
You
but
should
yeah.
get someone who does skate and then film it where like someone's pulling them on the skateboard, so it looks like he's floating above the ground.
Oh yeah, because heroin users often say
Oh,
that they
yeah.
can't feel their feet and it feels like they're floating. So
So-
when he's walking
Oh,
down the
don't
street,
have
just
the
have him on a
skateboard in the
skateboard.
shot.
That would be so cool.
And have him on the focus, so it looks like everything's moving around
just
him.
filming.
and
That would
he's
be
just-
good camera
Yeah.
work as well.
And
Yeah,
also there's
that's-
that.
that's a
It's
really
gonna
good
be
one.
hard to-
Leah, you just got him that
Thank you.
distinction.
Thank
Also
you.
there's a technique. where if you move a camera while backwards while zooming it in, it makes the background go backwards while the
dolly
foreground
scene,
goes forwards. That could be really cool. Like,
Yeah, it's pronounced dolly scene.
I don't remember what it was called.
No,
that's
that
solid,
was
that's pretty
really
solid.
good. Thank you. Is there any actors that you think
I think he's
what
got to
they
look pretty
should look
rough and
Older,
rugged.
Yeah, he's got to look
yeah,
shitty,
can't
right.
make them
I
look
think
quite
you should
old if they're going to be
Get
living
some older
together.
actors, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that
Is there
as
any
well,
like specific like characteristics like
to show the
what
like,
they
contrast
should
in
look
how
like?
much
So they're
he's
quite
changed,
Yeah.
I think to show the contrast in how much he's changed, you should present him at the beginning looking really like
4 seconds.
neat,